thing you can do for someone is simply to be there for them, judgment free, to just hold this space. There's no timeline on grief. We can't have expectations as to what even a significant loss is to somebody. And really what mothers need is support without asking permission. So, just saying to her, like, oh, I can do this for you, as opposed to like asking, what do you need?
Would you like?
Yeah.
Would you like me to do this?
100%, because she's at capacity. Like, she doesn't have the ability to even define what her needs are. So sometimes the doing is one of the best ways to support. And like all of those cliche statements, if you're supporting someone with loss, like just throw them out the window. You know the ones, everything happens for a reason. Or
right.
Time heals all wounds.
Right, not comforting at all.
No, not at all. So I love to offer that support, because I know it can be incredibly lonely and very isolating. And well-intentioned friends and family, they really do just want to help, but maybe they just don't know how. And so that's where I feel like I can really help her navigate just the most difficult experience that a woman and mother could face.
Yeah. Wow. Thank God for you.
Oh, thank you, Naomi.
It's the truth. How did yoga, how has yoga helped you in your life in general, but also in particular through this situation?
Yeah, I feel like my yoga mat is where I have healed. Just moving through the asanas have helped me process the emotion that might be stored in the tissues of my body, and in those longer held postures, given me time to hold space for myself. So many tears have been shed on my mat in my personal yoga practice. And then even to just widen the scope into motherhood as a whole, my yoga mat hasn't just served me in the face of loss, but has served me in navigating that inner split. So one of the powerful things that yoga has helped me do is to fall in love with my ever-changing body, and to recognize that I'm not looking to get my body back or get a body back that I existed in pre-motherhood. Instead, my yoga mat is a place where I can understand how this body moves and really fall in love with the shapeshifters that we all are as women transitioning into motherhood.
I like that. You've turned it into a superpower, shapeshifter.
Totally. It's so superpower.
It really is. We're creating life inside of us, and we really should see that as a superpower and how our bodies are able to change. And I know that for so many women, including myself, I've also struggled with, seeing how my body changed and gaining weight, and my stomach is not, as ripped as it was before I had 3 babies, and my breasts are not as firm as they were. I've, breastfed for about, if I were to add it up, at least 5 years consecutively. So, things change, and it's embracing that and seeing that as women, these changes are part of our life cycle, and what also make us wise as women. So that's beautiful that yoga has helped you achieve that, and it's done that for me too on so many levels. So, what are some of the things that you find most mothers struggle with?
Yeah, so I feel like some of the biggest things that mothers struggle with, or that I hear consistently when holding space, is perfectionism. And there's this statement I learned along my journey, and it's, we don't get mad, we get perfect. So many mothers self-silence when things are challenging that are maybe perceived as the normal aspects of motherhood, we look around us, we look at the highlight reel on Instagram, we compare ourselves to our neighbor who seems to have her shit together, and then we silence ourselves, and we don't really get angry about the mental load of motherhood. We try and keep our houses perfect. We try and keep our children in line in public. And many women think that it's just them who find this journey challenging, and that feeling of isolation can even make the trauma of it more devastating, because we think we're alone in feeling burnt out. We think we're alone in feeling disconnected from our identity, and that comparison to others can really rob us of the joy, which is like ultimately why many women choose to become mothers, is to be brought into that joy that children bring to our lives. So yeah, so those are some of the struggles. Definitely that perfectionism and attachment to control comes up for so many mothers that I speak to.
Yeah, and also not releasing anger, which is a major thing, which holds people back on so many levels, because anger is, it's not really considered a legitimate emotion, which of course it is, and we need to, express anger in constructive ways. And when you hold on to that anger, it just festers and bubbles up in different areas of life. So that's amazing that you do that. So what are some of the ways you help mothers deal with this mom burnout?
Yeah, well, I help by holding the space, asking her questions, probing deeper into her unique journey of motherhood. And in doing this, it helps her to reveal her own inner wisdom. I can teach her how to set strong boundaries and show her the many ways that she can replenish her life force energy, so that instead of being last when it comes to care, self-care, and compassion, she's actually filling her cup first, and therefore she's giving to her family from the overflow and from a sense of abundance.
I love that.
Yeah, and then just to bring it back to what I said earlier, teaching her that she's not alone. What we're actually going through is a significant transition that has a name, and that name is matrescence. Matrescence being the transition that we walk into and throughout motherhood. It's the undoing of what was to become who we are in this new role, and it affects us mentally, spiritually, emotionally, socially, economically. It literally, matrescence touches all corners of our lives. And so I can really help her to dig in and understand what that journey is like and why certain things might be surfacing for her.
Incredible. So can you tell us briefly just about your online offerings and how people can get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a few virtual programs. So I do offer my motherhood coaching. I have a one-on-one mentorship that I can put together a custom package to work with a mother. I also have group options. I'll be launching a group program in early 2021. So for the mom who's overwhelmed, stressed, burnt out, definitely reach out to me. I offer free consultation calls to see if I can help. That's all done virtually, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. I also have a prenatal empowerment series where we do virtual live yoga, and we have some of these vulnerable conversations before a yoga and meditation practice, so that even in pregnancy, she's connecting to like-minded women who are going through that shared experience. And then the third virtual option that I have is, of course, hypnobirthing. I'm a hypnobirthing childbirth educator. I teach the Mongan method of hypnobirthing, which is really well known. And this has been a beautiful offering to bring virtually, because couples get to learn about the program from the comfort of their own homes.
Amazing. And how is the best way for people to reach out to you?
Definitely Instagram at Activated Mama. Send me a direct message, or Facebook. My page is Activated Mama Yoga, or you can check out my website, activatedmama.ca.
Fantastic. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Naomi. The honor and pleasure is all mine.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. And feel free to check us out at www.divine-couples.com. And our social media page on Instagram is @divine.couples, adding intimacy, passion, and healing to your lives. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Send me an email at info@divine-couples.com. Thanks for joining us on Divine Couples. I am your host, Naomi Slater.
Join us next time to continue your journey in exploring the depths of your life force energy. Until then, this has been your host, Naomi Slater. If you have any more questions on this subject, feel free to reach out. Follow her on Instagram at divine.couples. And to see all of her offerings, visit her website at theworldwideweb.divine-couples.com.